Wow, welcome back to Studio 24. We have emotional scenes happening in Victory Lane. Parc Fermé is being built over our shoulder. Tom, this is like a day in your lifetime. I know you've been through this many times before, but just talk us through what's happening down there on Victory Lane.
And the Victory Lane, I mean, it's just the emotions. It's just you're finishing everything, just let go. You are proud, you are happy, you're relieved. And you know, that's an hour ago, Nakajima couldn't believe his luck just to be able to pass the sister car with a slow puncture. And it's everyone is tired, mentally very, very tired, and it's just you completely melt when you're passing over the finish line.
And you know, controversial the last hour within Toyota. Did they make a mistake reading the sensors with the puncture? Was it the right puncture? Team orders? Do we really know the full story?
We don't know the full story yet, but we know that there was a puncture. There's a puncture on the dashboard. We understand that it was initially the right front, but it actually turned out to be the right rear. I'm not quite sure. It's a bit of confusion, but we need to know more into this situation. But we understood if he had more than one bar, he certainly could have gone faster back to the pits.
You reckon that Lopez could have done it? He could have gone faster than that?
With one bar, absolutely, that's for sure. And that's probably a little bit of panic going on around the crew. I feel so sorry for them. They have been very fast, and they really deserve to win this one. And let's say the greedy ones simply taking it all. Another back-to-back victories, and including the World Championship.
And that's the thing, isn't it? It's a kind of fairy tale story for Alonso, especially after his recent career outside of Le Mans and endurance racing, not been particularly fortunate. He wins 2 Le Mans 24 hours in one season, which will probably never happen again. He wins an FIA World Drivers' Championship and Teams Championship. There's 4,620 days since he was last an FIA World Champion in 2006. I mean, that's one heck of a story, Tom.
That's absolutely a big story, and for him and for the great name and ambassador Alonso is for the world of motorsport, the versatility he has shown and want to drive different categories. That's fantastic. But don't forget Buemi and Nakajima. Remember that car a few years ago with Anthony Davidson. That was a car which had won Le Mans, and then it hadn't right at 3 minutes before the end. So remember them. They got that luck because they kept pushing and kept doing well. And Alonso's taking the limelight, but there's no doubt that the chemistry between all three drivers are very good. And you don't necessarily win by luck. But I have to say, car 7 unlucky today.
Yeah, very unlucky. Of course, they get second place. Let's talk about the other categories as well, because hugely, and we saw Nicolas Lapierre incredibly emotional at the wheel of that car, because as you said, exhausted, suddenly everything unlocks.
The whole team, the mechanics, everyone, they burst out. They have so much pressure on. Does it last what we have done? What about the brakes? I took the decision not to change the brakes. So there's a lot of things and a lot of pressure on the whole team. And of course, Lapierre, Negreo and Thirier, they are also greedy because they also take the 24 Hours of Le Mans, including the World Championship on top.
And especially sweet for them because they get to actually take the podium, get the big trophy and the champagne as winners this year, because last year that didn't happen on the day. And of course, as you know, because you've been there 9 times, it must feel particularly special to take the big trophy on this day of days.
It is amazing, and the pictures just say it all. Look, cruising down the pit lane of it's fantastic. That picture stays forever in your mind as a racing driver and a team principal or as a mechanic. And of course, with the spectators celebrating the national heroes from wherever country they are. Could be Ferrari winning, as you said, after 70 years.
70 years, the first victory, and they haven't been on the top step of the podium, Ferrari, here at Le Mans since 2014, I think.
That's true.
So, good comeback for Ferrari. The Tifosi will be very happy. And in GT Am as well, very impressive. The Keating Ford, the first privateer Ford GT of the new era. So now that the Ford GTs will be leaving GT Pro, those cars look like they're going to go to very good homes for the next season's GT. So just a quick summary, Tom. We had 62 cars entered, 61 started, 49 finished, relatively clean.
Yeah, that's very good. That's a very high finish rate, and that just means that the mechanics, they don't sleep between the year until they come back. They work incredibly hard to detail, and still we saw a lot of freaks accidents, but were always able to bring most of the cars out back on in the race again. So fantastic job done by everyone in the pit lane too.
And of course, all the crews here, the marshals and all the TV, all the commentators, thanks to them. We had a lot of questions over the weekend. Thanks for your comments on hashtag AskStudio24. But lots of people saying, would you ever, watching scenes like this, like to come out of retirement and drive one more time to get a 10th victory?
Yeah, no. It was enough about me in that sense, but it took me a lot of time thinking about making the stop. It was very, very difficult to stop racing, but I was getting old, family, a lot of things. But when you make the stop and retire, that's it. And I enjoy driving cars sometimes, but Le Mans, you won't see me here unless it's with you on the studio.
We'll hold you to that promise. Tom, what a pleasure, as every year. Thanks to you for watching. This has been Studio 24, but keep watching because we've got all the podium celebrations. Spraying champagne was invented at this race, and it's going to happen very shortly. So thank you for joining us for the Le Mans 24 Hours 2019. We'll see you next year. Oh, how very civilized.